Well, good morning. It is an amazing day. It is beautiful. I am surrounded by flowers, Indian paintbrush, and lots of different other flowers. And I am currently less than half the way up Mount Timpanogos in Utah. I was hoping to get all the way up to the top and take pictures of mountain goats, but it is quite a hike, and I decided to go ahead and do videos instead, even though I hauled my camera with small lens, big lens all the way up here. But it's always worth it getting out in the outdoors and enjoying it. Not as many mosquitoes as a lot of other places I've been going to lately, so that is nice too. My photo of the week this week is a picture of a chukar partridge, and this particular chukar partridge was in a place I did not know that they even existed. I was doing appointments up in North Salt Lake, up on the hill or the mountain, and right in the middle of very nice homes, I see something that I thought looked like quail, and I soon realized that they weren't quail because they are bigger than quail, and they're very beautiful birds. And so I pulled over quickly and grabbed my camera and followed them back and forth with my car on the side of the road, trying to figure out where they were going to go next. And I was able to get a few pictures of them under the bushes, and then they went up to where there's beautiful yellow flowers in the background, and I got a picture of one of them right there, and that's my photo of the week. And it reminds me of chukar partridge that were in places that we lived in Idaho. And one place we lived in Idaho was just for a summer, and my dad traveled for the Soil Conservation Service when I was young, and he would go to different places, and sometimes he'd take us along because we could go during our summer break from school. So we had 3 months in a place called Bayhorse, and it was a ghost town, and it was near Chalice, Idaho, and we lived in the mountains. My sister lived in the little cabin that was there. My mom and dad lived, and some of my younger sisters lived in a little trailer thing, and my brother and I lived in a tent outside, and we were right next to a creek, and it was a beautiful place. And it was the summer of my life. I was 14 years old, I believe, and I was loving life. I was loving the adventure. I got to go out every day and adventure and look at things and check things out. It was quite an amazing place, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And one of the things that we would see there, down lower close to the Salmon River, was chukar partridge, and they seemed to always be elusive and always running fast and going here and there and everywhere. But it reminded me of a story of when I lived in Bayhorse. I was helping the Hansons, and the Hansons were a family that just lived on the other side of the Salmon River, and they did ranching and farming, and I helped them occasionally move pipe for their irrigation, and I enjoyed so much time with them, and they were a great example to me, and taught me a lot of things, and how to work, and why to work, and how wonderful life is. And I even went on some cattle drives with them all the way up into the mountains, where they would take their cows for the summer, so the summer pastures, and had a lot of fun adventures there, where we saw rattlesnakes and a lot of different things. And their horses were funny. There was one time that I was headed out with them, and me not being a cowboy, wasn't sure exactly how to control a horse, and this horse knew that, and we got on the other side of the Salmon River, and the other horses were in the field on the other side across the highway, and they were whinnying to this horse to come across and back. They're like, this guy in your back doesn't matter, you can get him, you can handle him. So this crazy horse started just running as fast as it could and went around and jumped into the Salmon River, which is not a small river, and swam across. And I was just terrified, and I just held on, and it ran all the way across, and then it ran all the way across the highway. It even jumped the fence with me on it, and all the way back to the house. And I think Ronnie Hansen, the rancher, was none too happy with me. However, he was always nice about it. But the other story was we were doing the castrating of calves, and I had obviously never done that before, and I was helping getting the calves into the place where they would do the castration, and I had a little stick, and I was just hitting the calves, prodding them with the stick to get into place. And they were funny because sometimes they were just belligerent, and they knew that they didn't want to have that done to them, and so they were having a hard time getting in. And this one calf was extra belligerent, and so I grabbed my stick and hit him on the side a couple times to get him going, and he wouldn't get going. So I just hit him on the head, and I hit him in the exact wrong spot, and he went down like a rock. Boom, killed him on the spot. And I have not felt so bad about anything in my life, I don't think. And the rancher, Mr. Hansen, basically didn't say a word, and they took care of it. And I worked for him for the rest of the summer, and nothing else was said of it. And so I learned some lessons to be more careful with sticks, and don't hit the animals. And it was a good life lesson for me, and it was a wonderful time. Though the place there was magical, and it still is. My family still goes back there and checks out the place where we used to live, and goes up to Bayhorse Lake and to the mines that were up there. We had just countless adventures every day, and it was wonderful. And check out that picture of the Chukar Partridge and many others on my website at brettjorgensenphotography.com, BRETTJORGENSEN photography.com. And until next time, enjoy your sunshine and rain and whatever you may have. Take care. Bye.